Hi everyone, this is Linda on ladeliciadelinda, and I'm going to do something a little different today. I know this is a cooking channel or food slash vlog channel, but I'm just recovering from the stomach flu, so I thought it'd be nice to start this 2019 with a bang with kind of a little tarot reading. So for my old subscribers, I just wanted to quickly mention that I went through a lot in the end of 2018, and it kind of opened me up spiritually. Maybe open up is not quite the right word, more like reintroduce. For my friends who've known me since I was at least 11 years old, they know that I've been going on and off kind of a spiritual journey. I've just kind of kept it quiet. You know, when it comes to spirituality, especially things that has to do with divination or metaphysics or the paranormal, not everyone is really accepting of that. So I kind of kept it on and off in the dark. And there was this brief period, or maybe not even a brief period, a very large period of my life between when I started college, so 1918, where I've just completely dumped all that spiritual stuff. I decided to focus on science for, a good chunk from beginning in college to just the beginning of last year. I wasn't that spiritual at all. I guess I was closer to an atheist, but throughout most of my life, I would say I'm pretty agnostic. So I am open up to the idea that there's a higher power out there. I just don't know what it is. I don't know if it's God. If there is a God, I don't really know. And there's really no way to really know these existential questions. And some of you guys probably know that I'm kind of very science oriented. So it's kind of ironic that for somebody who believes in the scientific method, or somebody who believes in being very careful about confirmation biases and, about the things that can't be quite explained. I know it's strange for someone like me to be into this metaphysical stuff, but as many of you guys know, I lost my grandmother last year, and really the only way I found I could cope was reintroducing spirituality. But I don't want to talk too much about that. I want to make this a fun video, and I do notice that there is a trend of 2019 tarot readings where, readings to see, what does the new year have for you kind of thing. It's very popular every year, actually. I mean, in the new year, people who are into astrology and these kind of stuff, they start the year with a bang by, reading their yearly horoscope, that kind of thing. So I thought it'd be fun to make this video on what will 2019 bring for you, but tarot edition. Some of you guys who follow my Instagram, that that I have the Anoke Tarot deck. I use that more for spiritual communication. But I've also have this other tarot deck that is just as amazing called the Miracle Tarot. And it's in Japanese. There was a time when I was in high school, middle school, where I was totally into anime. And I still appreciate the artwork of anime and stuff like that. And when I saw this on eBay, I was like, I gotta have this. Just look how gorgeous the illustrations are. This is very reminiscent of the early 90s animation style, or Japanese animation style, or Japanese manga style. I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of the artistic style of Card Capture Sakura, if you guys ever seen that series, or kind of the style of, Sailor Moon. Almost everybody knows Sailor Moon. Yeah, I was really attracted to the artwork. I don't know Japanese, so I don't know what's in here. I don't know what they talk about in here, but I have been doing tarot readings since I was 11. Let's start this new year with a bang. I know it's already halfway through January, but better now than never, right? As you can see, the back design is just gorgeous too. It kind of has this gothic Victorian feel to it. I don't know if you can see the artwork, but they're very beautifully drawn. So the pentacles are a little bit more on the simple side. The minor arcana is on a more simplistic side. Let's see if I can find it. And then there, the major arcana cards. They're very cute and detailed and just fantastical, if that's a word. Fantasy-like. There's definitely... Well, actually, I take that back. The the Queen, King, and Page cards for the minor arcana. They're pretty well detailed as well. See, this is very beautiful. It kind of looks like a fairy here. For the Queen of Wands here. And then, and then here's another major arcana card, the Strength card. Very beautiful. So you can see why I was probably drawn to it. But yeah, that being said, I've been doing tarot reading since I was 11. I had a break in college, but I just got back into it, and so I thought it'd be fun to do a reading for you guys. So this is going to be a very simple reading. I hope it'll be fun and interactive for you guys as well. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm just going to lay out five cards on the table. And then you choose which card you're more drawn to the most. Just kind of, I don't know, meditate on it, or just use your intuition and just pick whichever card that you're drawn to first. Your first instinct is usually right in terms of divination, that kind of thing. That's the general guideline, is try not to second guess your first intuition. It's usually the card that you meant to pick. And I have this little selenite crystal that I love, just keeping around with me. Selenite is a great crystal for just cleansing and just spiritual healing and things like that. So let's begin. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards. So there's various ways you can actually interpret tarot cards. There's different schools of thought, but more or less, if you look up just the meanings on different websites or different books, they have a very generalized common meaning, but there will be interpretations, of course. As I said, there's different schools of thoughts. Some people, they take into account reverse and upright positions, and some people don't. I personally take into account reverse upright positions because the way I shuffle does create reversed cards. And I just feel like, I don't know, it just adds a little layer into the interpretation that you may not get just reading everything via upright meaning. Just because a card is reversed does not mean it's negative. Some people interpret reverse cards as the opposite of the original intended meaning, and sometimes it just means the lesser extent of the original meaning. I know it's complicated. It's like if you're the type of person who wants some kind of guideline, it's really hard to just kind of trust your instincts, but the more you do tarot readings, the more you realize that you'll get a hunch for what just feels right for you. And this is a general reading for everyone out there who will watch this video in the present or in the future. So this reading is for my viewers. What will 2019 bring for my viewers? And it's always good to meditate before you do tarot readings, and good to just kind of ground and center yourself. Because tarot readings can be pretty emotional, and your emotions sometimes can cloud your judgment, and that can affect your reading. So meditation and grounding really helps. Okay. So I'm going to place 5 cards here. I don't know if you can see this. So we have 4. And then the 5th one. So the question is, what will 2019 bring for my viewers? This is a pick a card reading. So just sit down and meditate. Breathe in for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 6 seconds. Inhale, exhale. Imagine a white light surrounding you. As you are centered and grounded, open your eyes and choose the card that you feel most drawn to. And that is the card that will reveal what will be in store for you, in general anyways, for 2019. So this is a general reading for 2019 for my subscribers and viewers. Okay, so this is card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and card number 5. I'm going to put timestamps in the description box below and also in pinned comment down below. And you can just click on the timestamp for whichever card that you feel drawn to. Again, this is card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and card number 5. And just skip to that card that you're drawn to, and that is going to be your general reading, your general overview for 2019. So if you selected the first card, you have the 7 Pentacles. Okay, so if you chose the 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles is sometimes called the 7 of Coins. It is a card that is about your labor and just reaping the rewards of your labor. In 2019, you might have a really tough time at work, but it is also both fulfilling and satisfying. So you'll probably be working very hard for 2019. But even if 2019 is going to feel like a lot of hard work, the end result of your hard work will be very fruitful. So just think of it as like, let's say you're a farmer. You had to plow the land, you had to water, you had to make sure the soil is well maintained and all that. And it's exhausting, farm labor is exhausting. But in the end of it, you get the fruits of your labor. You basically have a harvest, and your harvest will basically be successful. Now, this obviously doesn't apply to just farmers. Let's say, for an example, you're an office worker, and it's just been a really busy day at the office, or a very busy year at the office. Just know that all your hard work will be paid off. You will have success in just working hard and being diligent in your work. So maybe your boss will see that you've been a very diligent, assertive worker, employee. Maybe your boss feels like you have great initiative, and he really sees the work and effort that you put into. And in the end of the year, he's probably going to give you a pretty big bonus. So look forward to that big bonus. That is basically what will happen for 2019 for you. It doesn't also have to exactly apply to work. This can also apply to relationships. Maybe you've worked very hard in your relationship. Yeah, there's some ups and downs in your relationship. But in the end, you have a good time overall. And end results for 2019 is going to be a good one, where all that work and effort that you put into is, it's going to make you feel satisfied. It's going to make you feel proud. It's going to make you feel like, I did a good job. I did a job well done. So that's 2019 for you if you chose this card. Again, Pentacles usually involve like financial matters or sometimes work matters. But you can really apply this to really any area of your life. Keep on a lookout for that. When times are low, remember that good days are ahead of you, and you will reap your reward. Okay, so the second card is 5 of Pentacles. Oh, we're getting something here with these pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles. I don't know if I accidentally reversed it, but it was upright. But I wanted to show you the image for 5 of Pentacles, because it's a very interesting image. So this is my go-to book. This is the book that I had since I was basically 11 that I use for tarot interpretation. But there's also another book that I use sometimes. This one's a classic as well. But overall, I usually rely on the meaning on this one. I want to show you the 5 of Pentacles. In the Rider White, I hope I pronounced it right, but I probably pronounced that wrong. But the Rider White Tarot is the one that everybody have seen. It's like the standard tarot illustration deck. And it's standard for a good reason. The illustrations really give you a quick kind of interpretation of what it could mean. So let me show you. So that's the Rider White tarot illustration. This is the illustration that most people are familiar with. The Five of Pentacles it's a really sad one. Pretty much the opposite of the Seven of Pentacles. So this one kind of warns you of poverty and just calamity with your money, with your financial matters. You probably can tell from that illustration that I just showed you earlier that that's what it meant, because it had an illustration of, just poor, shivering folks out in the winter cold. So very sad to say, but the Five of Pentacles is kind of a very depressing card financially. So for 2019, if you chose this card, be very careful of money matters. Don't be quick to gamble your money. Don't be quick to, what's the word? Is spendthrift the right word? Sorry. What I mean is, don't be quick to use your money so readily. Keep an eye on your savings and make sure that you have enough savings, because this year might be a hard year for you. Unfortunately, maybe you will lose your job. Maybe you will lose some stocks, that kind of thing. So you really want to be careful with your money matters. Don't be hasty with your money. So that is 2019 for you. Again, all these predictions are not definitive. I believe in the school of thought that tarot is kind of like a counselor. Like, you have control over your own destiny. Your future is not written in stone, but the tarot can give you kind of guidance and advice. And so the advice for you today, if you chose this card, is be very careful of your money matters. And if you heed this advice, you may be able to prevent financial calamity. So yeah. And if you don't heed that advice, just be warned that 2019 might be the year where you have financial troubles. Okay, the third card, Ace of Wands. This is also upright. And that's interesting, because I feel like wands and coins kind of go well together. Coins usually, discuss money matters, and wands usually discuss kind of like your career. It can discuss about your initiative in things. It can discuss about just where you're putting your energy and your ambitions to. So wands is a very clear symbol for manifesting your desires, basically. And manifesting your desires kind of comes in line with career, so I like to group the two together. So the Ace of Wands might be talking about your career, but again, these meanings can apply to different areas of your life, but more likely than not, this is probably discussing your career right now, or any matters that involve success or manifesting, like I said, manifesting your desires. So the Ace of Wands, I also kind of liken it to kind of like an entrepreneur kind of card. It can mean the birth of new business ideas. So maybe in 2019, maybe you'll quit your job, but you'll start your own business, maybe with a friend or a partner, and this business is going to be totally booming. You have all sorts of great ideas to make this business successful. You're just off on a great start. You have this slow onward trajectory just going up. Whatever in your career, things are going to look up for you, and it's kind of like the beginning of new and good things. So lots of fresh and positive things coming for you in 2019 in terms of your career path. So look forward to that. It'd be very exciting. This will be a very exciting year for you career-wise. Maybe you'll get a new job, a promotion into a new field, that sort of thing. So the advice I believe the card is giving you, if you chose this card, is give new ideas a new chance. Give yourself a chance. Anything that just kind of sparks your imagination or sparks your ambition, go for it, and you're sure to open new doorways. So this card means that you're just going to be off to a good start for 2019. There'll be new possibilities, new opportunities for you. Okay, this next card here, the World, and this is the World reversed. So if I flip it this way, it looks upright, but it's actually the World reversed. So I'm going to give the reverse meaning for this. So with the World, I like to use the analogy of a circle. So a circle is complete. There is no beginning or end. You just have this circle. So it kind of means like complete mastery and just kind of like this culmination of just completion, this wholeness, being one with yourself, just complete mastery over your work, or just kind of like the culmination of everything combined into this one little lump. That's the analogy I like to use for the world. But since this is reverse, it does have a negated meaning. So unfortunately, the world reverse does have a negative meaning to it, unfortunately. Instead of the meaning of having like completion and fulfillment and just, an understanding of the whole, it's kind of the opposite. Like you lack understanding of the whole, you lack understanding of yourself. You have not kind of fulfilled or reached an end point. In fact, you probably are slowing down any progress that you've made. Just a lot of stagnation. Again, no growth, you're not accessing your full potential. So unfortunately, it sounds like if you chose this card, since it was reversed, 2019 might be a year for you where like you're putting in efforts, but you're just not seeing the completion of your efforts, or maybe there's something that you're ignoring. Like there's something right in your face that, it's just popping in your face saying like, address me, get your attention on me, work on me, but you're just like, nah, like I don't want to deal with it. And because of that, you're not, fulfilling your duty, you're not fulfilling your responsibility, and you're just stagnating your progress, unfortunately. So my advice for you is if you pick this card in 2019, try not to put things on hold. Complete the responsibilities that are given to you. If you're going under apprenticeship or training, complete that training. Don't delay your education. If, let's say, this is about your relationship, if maybe your relationship feels like it's not moving anywhere. In fact, it doesn't necessarily mean it's your fault. It could just mean that, you know how the saying goes, it takes two to tango. It could, if you're looking at this card from a relationship standpoint, it could mean that your relationship as a whole is just not moving forward. Maybe your partner is not fulfilling your needs. And in that case, you might want to have a discussion with your partner and be like, I feel like our relationship could have better potential, it could be more satisfying, but, there are these needs and wants that we both need to meet. And, just have this honest conversation with your partner and say like, don't be mean about it, of course, but like, just say like, there are some things that I feel like are missing in a relationship and I'm wondering if we can address them. Just work together, maybe come with a compromise, that kind of thing. Now, if you're more focused on like, your career path, your financial matters, maybe, then this card could mean that maybe you're just not taking care of your financial obligations, or maybe you're just not in the right area of being trained for your career path. Maybe you're not going through the proper training. Maybe you went to a really bad school and this school is not helping you in your career path or your knowledge path or education path in any way. So that kind of thing. So for 2019, just keep an eye on your life. If it feels like there's some stagnation, it feels like something is not being fulfilled, it probably isn't being fulfilled, and you should try to address that. Maybe seek an advice of a counselor if you need to work on something, you just can't figure out what you need to work on, that kind of thing. So for 2019, there will be stagnation, some unfulfillment, unbalance, maybe a little stubbornness. So try to work on that, and hopefully you'll be able to complete your goals. But if you don't, follow the advice of just being careful. So for 2019, just keep an eye on the progress of how you reach your goals and that kind of thing. You may be stuck, but just keep an eye on it. Seek advice from friends, family, therapists. I highly suggest a therapist if it's like an emotional crisis or whatnot. But yeah, you want to work towards your goal. You don't want to be stuck somewhere. So that is your reading for 2019 if you chose this card. Now the next card, the last and final one is, oh, that's interesting. I got a blank card here. Okay, I admit this caught me off surprise. Never ever in my entire life have I ever shuffled this deck and gotten a blank card. To be honest, I didn't look at all the cards, so I didn't know that this Miracle Tarot deck even had a blank card. Usually you don't have a blank card in your tarot deck, but I feel like the artist or the creator of this deck had this blank tarot deck in mind for some reason. Maybe it's explained in the book somewhere, but honestly, I don't know what this blank card means. So you might want to just use some symbolism and try to figure out your own meaning with this. My hunch is that a blank card just kind of means that 2019 is going to be a surprise for you. You might just have to just rely on your own intuition. But whatever is in store for you for 2009, it's going to be a surprise, and it's going to be up to you to create that future path that you want. So maybe the possibilities are endless, or maybe just like a blank canvas. It's something for you to create. So maybe that is what it means. The future is yours to create, yours to draw and pan out. So yeah, very interesting card here. So that is your reading for 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. This is my very first tarot card reading video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want more of this kind of video, let me know in the comment section below. This channel is usually like a foodie vlog channel. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Comment down below, share this video with your friends, give this a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell button so you'll be notified of new videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.